So today I'm going to be bringing you a makeup tutorial, which is something I haven't done in quite some time. I'm going to be using the new Cupcake Dolls eyeshadow palette from Miss Fluff. These colors are absolutely perfect for spring. I absolutely love them, and I'm going to be doing two separate tutorials so I can show you how I use all the colors in this palette. Today's tutorial is my Think Pink eyeshadow look, which I've completed on my left eye, and I'm going to be showing you my techniques and the colors I used on my right. If this is content you really enjoy, please join me over on Patreon. Members get to enjoy exclusive access. Tutorials are released 1 to 2 weeks early, plus bonus content. I hope that you will enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started. So the first thing that I use is my MAC concealer, and I use it as a primer for all of my eyeshadows. The first color from the palette that I'm going to be using is called Dolly Peach. It is a gorgeous soft peach color, and I've taken inspiration from 50s advertisements of women who were wearing pink eyeshadow, even some green eyeshadow. Believe it or not, colors in eyeshadow were very, very popular during the 1950s and increased in popularity during the 60s. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of pressing in the Dolly Peach all over my lid and actually bringing it up through the crease at an angle and going underneath that brow bone slightly. And then I'm blending it out towards my temples. This color from the palette that I'm going to be using is called Lollipop. It is a bright bubblegum pink, and I'm just going to start carving out my crease with this. If you have a hooded eye, I would recommend going slightly above your crease so that you can create some definition. And I love how smooth these colors are. They blend really, really well. They have beautiful pigment and no fallout, which is a bonus. Outer crease, I am still following the same shape that I created with the Dolly Peach color and just slightly bringing it out to under my brow bone. And this is just kind of like intensifying the entire look. Now, using a specific crease brush, and this is a Genius brush for anybody who has hooded eyes. It's a Morphe 562. I'm gonna be taking the color Cocoa Fondue with a little bit of the Sweet Kisses, and I'm just going to pop that in lightly onto my outer crease, just to give the ball of my eye a little bit more definition. When you're working with monochromatic color, which means all the colors kind of the same, you definitely want to separate areas that you can. It's very important just to keep the look balanced, and that's how I do this. So before I move on to another color, I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush that is angled, and I'm going to take a little bit of that Cocoa Fondue, and I'm going to place it underneath my lower lash line, and I'm going to bring it out onto the corner a little bit so you can see that I've exaggerated it, and I'm bringing it out. This is inspired by Marilyn, this little trick that I do, just to kind of elongate and lengthen the eye. Then I'm going to go in with Sweet Kisses, and I'm just going to pop that right on top of the Cocoa Fondue so that I'm bringing all of the colors together around the entire eye. Now, Sugar Dust is this gorgeous kind of like off-white color that will add beautiful dimension to any of your eye looks. I'm gonna press it into my tear duct area so I get a really beautiful highlighting effect. This is going to open your eye, and then I'm gonna lightly pat this color just on the half portion ball of my eye, keeping this really, keeping the outer corner more peachy pink. Really, I wanted to define the ball of my eye, which is why I'm using the Sugar Dust. It just pulls the ball of the lid forward and it separates it from the crease, which is a great trick to use, especially if you have hooded eyes. I'm going to take Sugar Dust now and put it under my arch, and I'm gonna follow that all the way down because I'm gonna lengthen my brow, and I want this to be under the entire brow, and I kind of want all these colors to meet at like a small point. The last step to this look is using the fabulous Soda Pop glitter. Now, if you have really sensitive eyes, just go carefully. It is a glitter, and I'm using that angled eyeshadow brush again, and I'm gonna press it down into my lash line right on top, wing it out so that I can trace my wing liner over it. The other thing I'm gonna do is take just a little bit of it and place near the inner tier of our lash line, just to add a little bit of balance and a pop. So I'm gonna stop for now and fill in my brow. Okay, so now that my brow is on, and I do exaggerate the length of my brow so you can see how that highlight just kind of ran right underneath of it, I'm going to take a nude liner and I'm going to kind of pop that right into my lower waterline. This is gonna open my eyes, make them look a little bit brighter, but without having to use white. I'm just not a fan of using white liner. So I'm gonna show you how I do my winged eyeliner, and I start at the outer corner of my eye and kind of draw up towards my brow. And then from the tip of that point, I'm going to bring it in towards my lashes and then fill it in. Once that is done, I'm just going to be really careful and pop the rest of it using the side of the liner to keep it really thin. And then I'm going to bring it all the way through. While the liner is wet, you're going to want to go back in using the Soda Pop shade and your angle eyeshadow brush, and just pop that right on top of the liquid eyeliner. You don't have to push really hard, but it really does add a bit of pizzazz to this whole Think Pink look. For those of you who might be interested in the lashes I'm using, they are the Kiss 01s. They're my go-to dailies. I love them. They're really easy to apply. So to pull in this entire Think Pink look, we're not quite done yet. I'm going to use the shade Dolly Peach and Lollipop. I'm gonna put that right on the apples of my cheek and just kind of blend it in and down. And what this does is it pulls and ties the eyeshadows with your entire look. And you can go back in and make this as bright and dark as you want. I really like the Lollipop shade. I can see me using this as a blush almost every day. So here is the completed Think Pink look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and it gives you ideas of something different that you can do for spring that still looks really classic and really pretty and will go with a lot of outfits. Please make sure you check out MissFluff.com. She is such a lovely and beautiful person. She creates all of this artwork. This is her own artwork. So this is her very first eyeshadow palette, and I want to help get the word out and spread the love because she is a talented individual and I love supporting women-strong businesses. So make sure you go over to her account on Instagram and check out her website. Stay tuned for part 2, which I'll be showing you a completely different look from this palette. I love you guys and adore you. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Bye.